silver pines looked peaceful in winter. That was the lie. Snow covered everything. The streets, the roofs, the frozen lake, even the old playground near the school. But peace is not the same as quiet, and Myra Hale had learned that the hard way. Before the fall, Myra was known for one thing: speed. Not just speed across the ice. Speed in learning. Speed in spinning. Speed in improving. Coach Darius used to tell parents, she listens with her whole body. At 16, she had already won 2 regional medals. She trained 6 days a week, before school and after school. Her friends didn't understand it. You miss everything, her classmate Jenna once said. I don't miss skating, Myra replied. But after the fall at regionals, things changed. People stopped talking about her wins. They talked about the video, the slow-motion clip of her chin hitting the ice, the way she didn't get up right away, the way the crowd gasped. The video had over 50,000 views before it disappeared. But once something lives online, it never really dies. The first day she returned to school after recovery, the hallway felt longer. People looked. Some whispered. One boy said loudly, "Careful, don't slip." She kept walking. In math class, she could feel someone staring. She turned slightly. It was Lana Brooks, her biggest competition at the rink. Lana didn't look away. She just watched. Myra felt something small and cold settle in her stomach. The pond behind Myra's house had frozen solid by mid-December. She used to skate there every year. But this year, she didn't step onto it. She just watched it, sometimes for long stretches, like she was waiting for it to move. The first night she heard the scraping, she thought she imagined it. But the second night, it was louder. Scrape, pause, scrape, not random, slow, careful. When she looked outside, she saw the hooded figure clearly this time. They moved smoothly across the pond, not slipping, not stumbling. They knew how to skate. They carved long lines, then curved into a shape, a figure 8, her exact entry pattern. Her breathing became uneven. Her dad rushed outside again. But once again, the person was gone. This time, Myra ran all the way to the tree line. Snow crunched under her boots. She shined her phone light around. Nothing. No footprints leading out. Just skate marks, which made no sense, unless someone removed their skates before stepping into the woods, which meant they planned this, which meant they were close, very close. The next day at practice, she inspected her skates carefully before stepping onto the ice. They were clean, no scratches. Practice felt normal for the first 30 minutes. Then, during her spin, a sudden slip. She caught herself. After practice, she looked again. There was a deep scratch on her blade. Fresh. Someone had tampered with it. But when? Her skates were always in her locker. Locked, unless someone had access. Someone with keys. Someone trusted. The thought made her chest tighten. The rink break-in happened 3 days later. Security footage showed a hooded figure entering through the side maintenance door. The footage was blurry, face hidden, but their posture looked familiar. Calm, balanced, comfortable on the ice. When they reviewed the ice surface, they found thin, exact cuts in landing zones. Not random damage, precise placement, like someone who knew competition layouts. Instead of feeling scared, something inside Myra changed. She became quiet, observant. She started arriving early, staying late, watching people instead of just skating. She noticed small things. Coach Darius had a key to every room. Lana often stayed after practice too. And the rink manager, Mr. Collins, sometimes locked up alone. One afternoon, Myra stayed hidden behind the vending machines near the hallway. She watched Coach and Mr. Collins speaking in low voices. She couldn't hear the words, but Mr. Collins looked nervous. Coach looked calm, too calm. That night, the unknown number called again. She answered, breathing, then silence, then a whisper. You don't deserve nationals. Not practice harder this time. Something different. You don't deserve it. The voice was slightly distorted, but there was something underneath, something she recognized. Not Coach, someone younger. Her mind went to one person, Lana, but she wasn't sure. 2 nights later, the scraping wasn't at the pond. It was on the side of the house. Myra ran downstairs. Outside, carved into the frozen siding near her bedroom window. 4 rotations or fall. Her heart pounded so hard it hurt. Her dad called the police. The officer who arrived said, probably a prank. But Myra knew better. This wasn't random. This was personal. The qualifier competition came. Myra performed well. She landed 4 rotations clean for the first time since her fall. The crowd applauded, but backstage she heard something. 2 voices arguing quietly. She recognized one, Coach. The other, Lana. I told you not to go that far, Lana whispered sharply. You need to trust the process, Coach replied calmly. You said just pressure, not threats. Pressure, the word echoed in Myra's mind. She stepped backward silently before they saw her. Her hands were shaking. It wasn't just Coach. He wasn't alone. That night at the rink, she recorded Coach carving the ice. When he removed his hood and spoke to her, something in his voice cracked. I built champions here, he said quietly. Then one fall ruined everything. It wasn't your fall, Myra said, but it was my rink. Police arrived, but as they led Coach away, Lana stood near the hallway, watching, not surprised, not shocked, just pale. The next day, police questioned everyone. They checked phone records. They traced the unknown number. It belonged to Lana. She broke down quickly. I didn't mean for it to go that far, she said. He said it would make her stronger. He said fear creates focus. You carved the house? Myra asked. Lana nodded slowly. And the pond? No, Lana whispered. That was him. They had worked together. Coach planned. Lana followed. At first, it was just small scratches on the ice. Then it grew. Too far. Too personal. Too dangerous. Coach was removed permanently. Lana was suspended from competition for the season. Silver Pines felt smaller after that, but Myra qualified for nationals. Nationals were in another state. Bigger arena, bigger crowd, bright lights, strangers, no history there, no pond behind the house, no carved messages, just ice, clean ice. At the training camp before nationals, Myra met skaters from all over the country. Some were fast, some were powerful, some were calm in a way she wished she could be. Her new temporary coach said, "Forget Silver Pines. This is new." But forgetting isn't easy. One night at the hotel, she heard something outside her window. Scraping. Her body froze. She slowly looked outside. It was just a snowplow clearing the road. She laughed softly at herself. Fear leaves slowly. The arena was massive. Thousands of people. Cameras everywhere. When her name was announced, her heart raced. But this time, it wasn't fear of someone cutting the ice. It was just nerves. Normal nerves. She stepped onto the ice. It felt solid. She began. Jump. Clean. Second jump. Strong. Footwork precise. Then the spin. 1, 2, 3, 4. Stable. Clean. She pushed for 5. For the first time ever. 5 rotations. The crowd gasped. She exited smoothly. Finished strong. When the scores appeared, she placed 3rd nationally. Bronze. Not first, but hers. All hers. Weeks later, she returned home. The pond behind her house was frozen again. But this time, she stepped onto it without hesitation. The ice held. She skated slow circles, then a clean figure 8. No scratches, no shadows, no watching figures. Theo called from the porch. "You're not scared anymore." She thought about it. "I am," she said honestly, "but I'm stronger than it now." The ice did not crack. It carried her, and this time, there was no one beneath it, trying to break her balance. Only her reflection. Steady,